The Watch had now found itself in a peculiar position. In its 8,000-year history, the Watch had never found itself under a mobilization of this size, thought Sir Hunts as he gazed out from atop the wall. The Rangers from the Night Fort had finally come into view. Quite the accomplishment to set 10,000 watchmen to the march, as the Night Fort comprised the largest host of all the castles on the wall. Sir Thalmor Most had jested he was present when the wall was built, held the title of Commander of the Night Fort and the eldest of all the men currently enlisted in the Watch. Sir Thalmor led his host of thousands of his rangers that had arrived days before his stewards, stores and livestock. The Night Fort rangers would rest this night and the next before escorting Castle Black's stores and stewards. The rangers of Castle Black would now ride as the head of the caravan destined for Eastwatch. Sir Hunts broke for the lift once the Night Fort rangers came into view. His rangers had been ready to ride for a night and a day, but when leading nearly 20,000 men, organization was key. Sir Hunts ranked just below the Lord Commander, Sir Jon, and he was impatient to say the least for his ride to Eastwatch. Sir Jon would likely desire more details regarding his vision from Brandon Stark. This was likely the reason for Sir Jon's ordered mobilization of the Watch. Sir Hunts ordered all hands to prepare to depart Castle Black. Not a single man would be left behind. Sir Hunts climbed into the lift and shut the gate. The lift creaked and moaned as it set down after the long trip down nearly 700 feet. The lift came to rest on the catwalk just above the Castle Black courtyard. Sir Hunts burst onto the catwalk as the main southern gate was opened, revealing Sir Thalmor, flanked by what he assumed was his own second ranger. A slight smile cracked Sir Hunt's face as he had not seen Sir Thalmor since his appointment as the head of Castle Black nearly a decade ago. The old knight trotted his steed up to the stables and refused the stable hand's assistance in dismounting. Sir Hunts greeted him openly as the two walked back through the courtyard.
Welcome to Castle Black, sir. How was your men's travel?
The mobilization came as a surprise, Sir Hunts. I do wonder where the Lord Commander source received his intelligence.
From a highly reliable source, I am assured.
Sir Hunts jested as they entered the mess hall. The commanders treated themselves to pitchers of ale, as was the custom of the Watch when visiting a fellow castle on the wall. Sir Thalmor drank deeply before responding to Sir Hunt's jest.
Rumor among the men is that Sir Jon ordered our mobilization based on your own experience, perhaps even a vision.
The old knight scoffed. He had command of the Shadow Tower years before the Great War. The skeleton crew manning the west was very much well insulated from the events that shaped the kingdoms post the Five Kings' War.
Your men are well informed, but I am assuming the men have overindulged the details as watchmen commonly do.
Indeed they have. Most can be disregarded as folly, such as your performing a blood sacrifice of a ranger and a virgin to hold audience with the stranger himself.
Thalmor again gulped from his tankard. His slight eye contact afterward suggested there was a small amount of doubt hidden inside his own sarcasm. Sir Hunt simply smiled, confirming the rumors were indeed folly.
The Lord Commander has had his family personally attacked from these devils from across the sea. We are convinced an attack is imminent. This is why we are taking part of the largest mobilization of the Watch since the Old Bear marched on the Fist.
Perhaps. But some say the Lord Commander has lost his wits since his wife was tortured out of her mind. Can I assume your support if the rumors prove true? My officers and I are prepared to motion for a vote of no confidence on behalf of our Lord Commander.
Sir Hunt slowly lowered his tankard while maintaining eye contact with the longest tenured member of the Watch.
Only the gravest of circumstances would warrant such a motion, good sir. Wanton motions such as these could find their accuser at the end of the hangman's noose.
I am glad to see you are taking this situation as serious as I am, Commander.
On to the logistics, then.
Sir Hunt quickly changed the subject. His intention was to lead the Watch all the way to the narrow sea at the command of their Lord Commander, Sir Jon.
My rangers are prepared to take point. Our builders and stewards will depart with your rangers in 2 days' time after a proper rest. We will rally at Sable Hall before our final push to Eastwatch.
We will be riding nearly 15,000 strong by that point.
All as Sir Jon has commanded.
Cut the shit already, Hunts. Rumors were Sir Jon crossed blades with you as his wife screamed her madness at the last hearth.
Sir Hunt stared defiantly at the challenge that lay before him. He deliberately drained his tankard before he sprang to his feet.
Enjoy your short stay at Castle Black, Sir Thalmor. I trust your men are as ready for a fight as their commander is.
Sir Hunt's refused any further engagement as he burst out onto the courtyard. His men had been saddled and ready to ride for a day and a night. A random watchman subverted the chain of command and approached him directly.
My lord, I beg a moment of your time, if you please.
4,000 under my charge, watchman, but I don't know you.
Forgive me, my lord. My name is Oliver, sent from Eastwatch to transport the prisoner for Maester Qyburn's intrigue.
Yes, I remember. Odd as it was for Sir Jon to conscript criminals, it hasn't been done on the wall for nearly 2 decades.
Be that as it may, my lord, I am still under orders to hold this prisoner on station until Maester Qyburn arrives to collect him.
Sir Hunt stopped his trek towards the stables to deal with this last mundane detail before leading his men east.
So be it. Castle Black will require a fire watch as we ride eastward, but let it be known, you and your prisoner will eventually be the only men remaining at Castle Black. I intend to raise the flag.
Nearly a millennium since that last occurred, my lord.
True that is, my brother. Keep a keen eye on your prisoner as well as anyone approaching from any direction.
As you command, my lord.
Oliver acknowledged with a low bow. Sir Hunt then saddled his own horse and secured his longsword to his side. The stable hand raised his horse's reins to the gloved hand of the Castle Black commander and respectfully requested,
"Orders, Commander?"
Sound the war horn, brother. A single blast, and raise the black flag.
The watchman acknowledged the command and stoically turned to relay the Lord Commander's orders. Sir Hunt set his steed to a gallop as his officers followed in tow. They galloped through the southern gate as the black flag was raised and waved briskly amongst the northern breeze. Sir Hunt's steed broke in a stride with 4,000 men at his heel. He thought of his order to raise that black flag. It was only flown to mark a castle on the wall in which its men had marched off to war. At the watch's most feeble manning, nearly 16 castles flew the black flag. Not due to war, but due to the reduced numbers the watch found themselves suffering just a few short years ago. That was before Sir Hunt's time in the watch, when he had commanded his own garrison of the famed Golden Company. The rangers of Castle Black broke into a gallop across the gift. 100 men will rally at the last hearth and wait for the stewards, stores and livestock. Sir Hunt's thought upon Thalmor's offer. Perhaps Sir Jon was acting foolishly. Still, judgment of the Lord Commander's actions was not one of his numerous responsibilities. It was a matter of discussion with Sir Jon, to say the least, but Sir Hunt was not one to disregard a man with nearly 5 decades of service to the watch, Sir Hunt thought to himself.